Here are some of today's top stories we are following. Firefighters called out to the University of Oklahoma after a frat house was engulfed in flames. What officials are saying is the cause. Plus, one of Oklahoma's oil industries is reporting major losses. How much the industry is selling their shares for today. And what a partner of UCO is doing to ensure campus workers are safe during this pandemic. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Ucentral News. I'm Dylan Rouse. We begin today with breaking news. Overnight, the Delta Tau Delta House at the University of Oklahoma was engulfed in flames after a lightning strike sparked a fire in the attic. Fire crews from Norman, Moore, and Little Axe were called out around 2:30 this morning. No one was inside during the time of the fire, and only one story of the home was destroyed. Firefighters say a firewall kept the house from turning into a total loss. Right now, the Oklahoma State Health Department is reporting over 4,200 cases of COVID-19, 253 deaths, and over 2,900 Oklahomans recovered. The State Department is looking to test Oklahomans for COVID-19 for free today and tomorrow. Those who wish to get tested do not need to show signs of COVID-19. The health department will be stationed all around the metro at locations on your screen from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. The department hopes to test around 90,000 Oklahomans this month. The Oklahoma Department of Commerce is working to ensure everyone on the front line gets the protective equipment needed to combat COVID-19. The department recently launched a section on their website to allow workers to apply for personal protective equipment. To apply, visit the link on your screen below. 10,000 non-surgical masks are heading to UCO thanks to one of university's partners in China. The donation comes from the Gansu Provisional Government to protect campus workers until the university reopens in June. The government said that they wanted to offer their support to UCO just as the campus has supported them. Rose State College President Dr. Jeannie Webb has been appointed to serve on the Post-Secondary Education Recovery Task Force to address COVID-19. The task force is meant to engage colleges during the pandemic and work towards bettering future university operations. Other Oklahoma colleges on the task force include OU, OSU, and Cameron University. The U.S. Department of Education announces new changes to how colleges must handle sexual assault. Colleges must now hold live hearings and allow cross-examination when looking into sexual misconduct complaints. The department says sexual harassment must meet its new definition: unwelcome conduct that is so severe, persuasive, and objectively offensive that it effectively denies a person equal access to education. The changes will take effect on August 14th. Oklahoma City-based oil company Panhandle Oil and Gas Incorporated is reporting a loss of $20 million in its fiscal second quarter. A year ago, the company was trading at $14.62. Now their shares are closing at $4.02. Oklahoma oil and gas industries are trying to stay afloat since the start of COVID-19, and workers of the industry are in a pinch. Ucentral's Darren Hance has the story.
Oklahoma is ranked 5th in the nation for natural gas production and 6th in crude oil production. But since the beginning of 2020, the oilfield business has taken a negative turn. Due to oversupply and less demand, prices have decreased nearly 50% since January and is likely to decrease by another $29 million per barrel this month.
The COVID-19 has affected our business and is a lot slower, and now with the decrease in oil prices, a lot of our customers have asked us to reduce our rates. While gas prices are lower, our other costs have not decreased.
On April 20th of this year, for the first time in history, prices went below zero, leaving more companies having to pay to store the oil than what they're making off of it.
We don't know what the future holds with COVID-19 and the oil prices being what they are. Not sure how quickly they'll rebound, but luckily my employer has a very diversified business, and hopefully he will be able to keep me employed.
Majority of oilfield contracts are based yearly, beginning and ending in May. But due to the coronavirus and the crash of the oilfield market, many businesses are being forced to work outside of written agreements. Due to more trucks being left in the yard than what you see on the roads, many employees are referring to this time as rock bottom. Reporting from McAllister, Darren Hance, Ucentral News.
Oklahoma's latest unemployment numbers show over 68,000 claims were filed last month, a record number for the state. The U.S. Labor Department also reporting that the economy shed more than 20.5 million jobs in April, placing the unemployment rate at 14.7%. New information released this morning shows that the first case of an inmate to have COVID-19 symptoms in the state has died. This is according to the Oklahoman. 52-year-old William Dean Bram contracted the virus and died on April 28th. The State Department of Health released the information on May 1st that an inmate died due to the virus, but did not release his name at the time or which jail he was at. Bram was awaiting his sentence for his involvement in drug trafficking. At this time, we know that one other inmate and some detention officers also have the virus.
This is the first time that I've ever seen this happen.
Governor Kevin Stitt is saying that the state is on track for the next phase of reopening. Places like bars, sporting and events, and funeral homes can resume as normal on May 15th. However, some funeral homes are having to deal with the burden of waiting until that date.
We just don't know what's going to happen in the future. If we have, a large amount of deaths in the state, some of the refrigeration facilities aren't equipped to hold, these large mass quantities of bodies.
And Lifetime Gym is reopening its first location in the country today, right here in Oklahoma City at the Quail Springs Mall location. Governor Kevin Stitt was in attendance this morning at 9:30 sharp as the gym's opened its doors for the first time in almost 2 months. This afternoon, families of those living at the Teal Creek Assisted Living Center showed support by giving residents a parade. Families painted cars, signs, and made sure that their family knew that even though they cannot be in close contact, that they are still loved and missed. One Metro family is also making the most out of their situation and found a special way to wish their grandpa a happy birthday. Ucentral's reporter shows how social distancing won't keep them from celebrating.
Bob Turner is one of the many who have had to celebrate occasions from a lonely distance due to self-quarantining during the COVID-19 crisis.
And of course, because of my age, I'm in a high-risk category, so because of the restrictions, I have to stay pretty strictly in the house. I do walk out on the sidewalk some. But so for my birthday, I just assumed that I would be spending the day in the house here.
The family had a surprise for their grandpa, who was turning 90 on the 21st of April.
Okay. We created the slideshow as a distraction, so while my grandfather was inside, my dad could come in and take him to his office, show him the slideshow on the computer, and he would have been like, oh, this is great, this is heartfelt. He thought that was the only present that he was going to get.
There was a lot more in store for Bob that sunny morning.
And then at the end of the slideshow, it said, go look in the backyard. And so that gave us time to set up the balloons and the banner.
The rest of the family worked quickly so that the setup would be finished in time for Bob to come out and see a surprise.
Happy birthday, Pa! Total excitement. It was a surprise. He didn't know it was coming. Some tears rolled down his eyes, and then he opened the back door and he wanted to take a picture of all of us and just tell us thank you and that he loves us.
How good to see you guys.
I know.
How good to see you.
And your whole family came over, and that turned out to be probably one of the nicest birthdays I ever had. It was just like a total surprise, but you guys showed up, and we just had a heck of a party, and it was just super fun, and I enjoyed every minute of it. So my birthday, I really had a great birthday, actually.
With changing times, we have to find new ways to do things, and the Turner family is a wonderful example of how to deal with changes without feeling defeat.
Thank you for tuning in to today's edition of Ucentral News. I'm Dylan Rouse.